Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Cut My Music Wrestling Uncut. I am the Black Patriot.
I'm Mark from MD.
And this is the Wrestling Podcast where we always put wrestling first because wrestling is the number one priority.
Yes. And we appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. Getting a lot of love over there on the main channel, Cut My Music Wrestling. And anybody coming from Cut My Music Wrestling coming over here, we appreciate you.
We love you.
Checking out. And
thanks
also,
for the support.
Anybody watching this channel, go check out Cut My Music Wrestling. That's the main channel. We got we do a lot of reviews on there, but this one, we're going to kind of do a lot of debate style and kind of, maybe let loose with the language a little bit.
We're going to give it to you unfiltered. Mm-hmm. We're going to give it to you raw like Monday nights. It's going to be a little different on this side.
Let's do it.
And today, I want to talk about, and like he said, a debate style. I want to talk about the continued nerf of Roman Reigns and how the OTC does not compare to our tribal chief. And if you know what I'm talking about, stick your ones up because you already know.
And my talking point is that he needs to be nerfed and that it's necessary for him to be nerfed. And I'm going to go into further reasons why as we go throughout this video. So what you got?
We come off of a 4-year-long title run. 4 years. Dominant. One of the most dominant runs in recent history, comparable to old runs like of Hogan and Bruno Sammartino.
Okay.
Roman Reigns held 2 WWE titles.
Yes.
How is this man not back in the main event scene?
You have to remember, Roman is at the end of his career, and Roman is transitioning into movies because in order for you to get that top belt, and that's the Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, the John Cena, in order for you, because remember, everybody that gets that belt goes on to be a movie. You got to be a movie star to get that belt. And so Roman is transitioning into movies. So he's going to have limited time. So they need to find another face for the company. This is why they're promoting Cody Rhodes. They know Roman Reigns has more aura than Cody. So if they kept promoting Roman Reigns like they used to, he's going to outshine Cody, and they cannot have that because Cody is their future.
Cody is the future for now, but Cody is in his 40s too. Cody is in the same movie Roman Reigns is in.
Yes, Cody is, but once again, Cody just got the belt. Cody at least probably has another 5 years of being a consistent person on the roster before he completely transitions out to go do movies too. He was in the new Naked Gun movie. He's about to be in the new Street Fighter movie. The Naked Gun part was pretty hilarious. He was good in that. So this is what's basically happening. So you cannot have Roman Reigns be Roman Reigns because he will outshine Cody.
But okay, I see your point on that one. Roman Reigns and Cody are on 2 different shows though. Roman has been showing up on Raw while Cody has been predominantly on SmackDown.
The brand split is done. They want to, but you got LA Knight appearing on both Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, for a minute he was a SmackDown, but then he showed up on Raw. Now he's been on Raw.
Yes, and so what they're doing is they're having these wrestlers now just show up, just at whim, just showing up on different shows, and this is the way they're trying to still promote it like there's a brand split.
So are you saying that Roman should never win a world title again?
Roman is on his way out. This is why he's in the mid card now.
But he's the biggest star in the company, and we know this.
Yes, but it's like Cena when Cena was on his way out, and they were trying to elevate Roman. So they had to boost up Roman, and they had to decrease Cena to elevate Roman.
But Cena was just a WWE champion. If Cena can come back from already being...
many years, though?
When Cena went on his retirement tour, I was not aware that he was not retired. He's been gone away from WWE for a while. He come back, he win the WWE title, and now he's going to retire?
Cena hasn't had a title in a while.
You don't think Roman got 3 more years in him?
Roman is about to be out of... Roman has been... How long has he been there? Well, about 10 plus years.
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years. It's time for Roman to go. He's going to do movies. Roman is going Hollywood. He is transitioning out. This is why he's a spectacle now. Yeah. Roman just returned, and Roman is about to be already out again.
And why is he feuding with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker?
Because you got to keep him in the mid card, because you can't. If you put him in the main title picture, that means he's going to have to hold the belt. That means he can't shoot his movies. He can't do all this other stuff. So by him being in the mid card, it just helps the company flow. You know, the company's getting promoted. Roman is out here doing his movies. Cody is the man now. Cody is the man. Cody is the new Roman.
We have WrestleMania coming up. We know there's going to be LA, but then the WrestleMania after that is going to be Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You know how those Saudis are. Mm-hmm. They want a spectacle. They want to go big.
Yeah.
What could possibly be bigger than probably Roman versus The Rock, or Roman eventually beating Cody and becoming a world champion again?
Nobody wants to see 6-year-old Rock take on Roman.
I would like to see Rock versus Roman.
Once again, what would be the point of that? All is going
to see who is the real head of the table.
All it would have been was The Rock taking the L and boosting up Roman. It would have been another body under Roman's belt. Roman has a Hall of Fame career. He does not need to beat Rock. That match was not needed. So when they changed it to Cody versus
the Cody Crybabies.
When they changed it to Cody versus Roman, that was actually a better call. I think that was better money than Rock versus Roman.
I think so too. I'm a guy that I deserve. I feel like give the fans what they asked for. Rock coined them Cody Crybabies. I don't consider the fans crybabies. They voiced their opinion. They wanted what they wanted. I think that was a better call too, but I'm not going to sit up here and act like I was not excited for Roman versus Rock.
I was just not excited for Rock to just come out there grandstanding. And actually, if you think about it, it actually turned out better, because The Rock ended up siding with Roman. And that whole storyline with Roman and Rock versus Cody and Seth even got involved.
That was good.
It was some good stuff. That's where we got the memorable line of when Seth called, what did he say to Rock? Mr. Midlife Crisis?
Yeah.
He's like, you shut up, Mr. Midlife Crisis. That was hilarious.
And we got Rock acknowledging Roman Reigns.
And Rock acknowledged Roman Reigns. Like I said, I think the storyline ended up turning out better when it turned out to be Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. And actually during that feud, you can see that Rock was actually the bigger star, had more aura than Roman.
He's The Rock, though.
That was crazy.
He's right? Rock. Yeah.
Roman played little brother to Rock. And he didn't even have to play it. You could just see it.
The Rock stayed in good shape. He could get back in the ring. Could you imagine if Austin was still in a ring shape, or the shape that The Rock was in, and he was coming back and doing that, but in his own Austin way? Austin
couldn't do it because also with that neck injury, that kind of hindered Austin. And plus with him getting a little bit older with that neck injury, he's in good, he was in decent shape when he came back and fought Kevin Owens. But I think
like that was match.
But you could tell Austin had to, KO had to kind of help him out a little bit in that match. So I was happy to see Austin go out like that. I was like, all right, we don't need to see any more Austin. I'm happy. Yeah. I'm happy to see him make a guest appearance, stun a couple of people right now, have him come out on the anniversary show,
drink some beer,
and then keep it moving. Like when he came out on that Raw anniversary show, that was good stuff. When he just came out talking and giving props, that was it. But as far as him being in the ring, no. But yeah, I get what you're saying though. It would be nice if Austin was in shape and
he could still come around.
It would be nice.
Different.
Yeah.
The final boss, the final badass. We don't know what Austin would do, but that would be interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have established that Cody is the guy. Let's move away from the WWE title for a moment, and let's talk about the World Heavyweight title. Do you not think that Roman Reigns would be a better World Heavyweight champion than Seth Rollins? Certainly, he would be better than Gunther or Jey Uso.
See, and this is why it's really hard to know, because once again, Roman really got over with this bloodline storyline.
True.
And before that, people was not really rocking with Roman.
True.
So people got to really like remember this. Roman has only really been hot for 5 years.
That is true.
And so everybody's trying to do this like revisionist history stuff to try and make it seem like he's been on this whole time. 5 years. That bloodline storyline made him. And like I said, after the bloodline storyline, it's like, what does Roman really have? He doesn't have Paul Heyman as the mouthpiece anymore. He doesn't have. You notice if they keep having to infuse him with Jey Uso or Jimmy Uso, notice they got to keep doing that.
The tribal chief had a little. He had a little problem. They put Jimmy and Jay and then added Sammy because Roman was still kind of iffy on his own.
Yes.
But what we got from that, compare the tribal chief to the OTC. He's getting beat up by Bronson. Got his Ula Fala taken by Solo. Like, this is not the tribal chief. This is something else.
Because they can't do the tribal chief anymore because that guy was a 4-year title reign. He was not shooting movies. This new guy is shooting movies. So, he is taking breaks.
Hollywood Roman.
This is Hollywood Roman.
What if he came out with a gimmick like that? What if he came back after the movie and he's just acting like, I'm too good for y'all. I'm Hollywood Roman.
It's too much. It's too much like, it'd be too much like Rock. And I don't think he has the charisma he doesn't have the Rock charisma to pull that type of gimmick off. He doesn't have that gimmick. He doesn't have that type of charisma. Roman is only one note, and people don't want to acknowledge this. Roman is one note. He can only play the arrogant, nonchalant character. That's all he can really do.
Just a cool guy.
Just a cool guy. He cannot. He's an okay face, but he's just a good heel. And some people are just that.
What does that say for the state of the roster when we know that Roman Reigns is the best guy, and then we're literally sitting here kind of saying that he's even kind of mid if you actually look at it?
I personally think that Drew McIntyre is better than Drew is better than Roman, because I think you can have Drew by himself and Drew can cut promos and get over by himself.
You know what it is, right? It's that look. They're both chiseled. They both got that long hair. They're both like handsome, like aesthetically pleasing. Women would like them. But I always thought that Roman or Drew would play good off each other, one being a heel and one being a face, but they never went that way.
I'll do you one better. I think that Drew and LA Knight would play better off of each other than Roman.
I'm an LA Knight fan.
I would say demote Roman to the secondary title with Seth Rollins, have them go after that, and I would say probably knock Cody down, and I would say put LA Knight and Drew McIntyre. That should be your 1A and 1B in that main title picture, because both of them guys can be in movies. So, I mean, there's no reason why Drew McIntyre can't be in movies. There's no reason why LA Knight can't be in movies. So I will put those guys there. But it's, once again, those guys will end up becoming bigger than the company. And obviously Triple H does not want that. So there you go. So Roman going to that secondary title just would not work. I mean, look at what they had to do. They had to recycle the Bloodline storyline with the Bronson Reed. So Bronson was taking his shoes,
the tribal thief,
and then became the tribal thief, and then took the Shula Fowler. So instead of the Ula Fowler, we got the Shula Fowler.
Getting mid Carter's stealing from him.
It was so dumb.
Still his Ula Fowler. This is all a recycle.
They had to recycle the storyline because Roman. What does that say about Roman though?
But now Roman is the one guy going up against the big faction. And he's already soloed Braun and Bronson. It's just like they're keeping him from getting his hands on Seth Rollins. I understand, because they know he got to leave. So they want to keep writing him off TV so he can go do his other things. And that being said, where does we stand? Where does the industry stand? Where does Roman stand right now in the industry? In the grand scheme of things.
In the grand scheme of things, Roman stands to retire. He's going to keep mid-carding, and that's all he's going to do. He's a special attraction now.
Yeah, like he's like to bring Brock Lesnar.
He's like what Brock was. It's just a special attraction. He is not going to really even like they would now. Vince was kind of bold back in the day. Vince would give Brock the title, and you would not see that title for a minute.
That universal title.
And that Brock would disappear. It was like, yo, where the hell is the universal title? It would just be non-existent.
And not only was he non-existent, he held it for daggone near 500 days.
That's wild.
And everybody was angry, but he was making them pay-per-views. He was defending his title at pay-per-views. I think 1 calendar year, he had only missed 2 pay-per-views.
Yeah, but once again, you want to see this title on Raw.
Yeah,
you want to
as a fan, I want to see it every day. I can.
Exactly. So at least with Seth and others, or Cody or whatever, holding the title, at least you get to see these guys on a more consistent basis than what you would with Roman holding the title. You just would not see it on a consistent basis, and it would just devalue the title.
If I had to pick over Seth or Cody, I would choose Roman. But you're right. Because of Roman's schedule, we do not want another part-time world champion. We don't want another Brock Lesnar situation on our hands, because I was pretty pissed by that. I was really upset. If I would have had a podcast back then, you would have saw how angry I was. That's just crazy.
And Vince would just refuse to, and he had just refused to build a new Brock, which he had the new Brock and Braun Strowman.
Exactly. My goodness.
He could have built him. Braun would be on the show consistently.
I don't know what happened with him. The
same stuff you did with Brock, do it with Braun. Have him be a consistent figure on there. But they want to recycle these old characters for some reason and bring these jokers back instead of building the new guys up. I just, maybe it's because those guys are like, they don't have longevity, so they don't really have any power. They can just come in, just do a little something here and there, and then they'll just go screw off somewhere else, as opposed to having a young up and coming star. Maybe they might get big headed, demand more money.
That's what it is.
Demand to take the title somewhere.
That's what it is. If the superstar gets so big where they don't need WWE, then they can start making other demands. Yeah. And we'll do our closing argument. And for me, I would say, despite Roman Reigns segueing into a part-time schedule, I believe that he has been nerfed, that his storylines could be better, his booking could be better, things could be a little bit more consistent. He's fighting jobbers. Like, even though the division is in the main event, Braun Breaker and certainly Bronson Reed are not main eventers. We got Roman getting attacked, beat up by jobbers. It's unacceptable.
Roman does not need any real storylines. But this last storyline that they had with him and Bronson Reed, the Shula Fowler, the tribal thief stuff, him getting his shoes taken, even though it's very childish, that worked perfectly for him. He could just fight mid-carders. They keep him away from the title. He can take breaks whenever he wants, go on vacation, shoot his movies, do all of that, and there's no pressure on him. I like the way they are. I'm not a big fan of WWE's booking a lot of times, but the way they are doing Roman, to me, is perfect. He does not need any new storylines. He does not need any more development. Roman just is time to transition out of the company and let some other stars develop. That's all his job needs to be, is what he did for Cody, pass the torch and keep it moving.
Will he win another world title?
No.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Cut My Music Wrestling Uncut.
Yes.
I'm the Black Patriot.
I'm Mark from MD.
And this is the uncut version of Cut My Music Wrestling. Unfiltered.
Yes.
Dialogue, open dialogue, debate style.
Yes. And like I said, we do appreciate you guys. And also, we also really appreciate you guys can help us out with that. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Share. That'll really help us out. We're trying to, as you can see from us talking, we really got a passion for the business here. We really love what we're doing here. And like I said, we're so passionate. We started 2 channels talking about wrestling.
Pro wrestling.
Yeah, so there you go. So yeah, there we go.
Have a good one, guys.
Hey, everybody be safe.